What's going on, football fans? Welcome back to another episode of Breaking the Birds. The Eagles' defensive line absolutely dominated the Steelers, and how Kenny Pickett didn't get sacked 10 times in this game is simply a credit to Kenny Pickett, because my lord, did they have pressure. Let's just go through the defensive line here, and some fun things they did with stunts and games up front. Ooh, cliffhanger. Absolutely love to see this kind of thing here with the Eagles rotating a lot on the D-line, coming out in different formations, stunting and making games at the line here, more than we've seen, or at least that I've seen before here. So we're going to come out in a 5-man front. Fletcher Cox in the defensive end position, really like that. I mean, he's still athletic, he can do it. And then here to that other side, we have Brandon Graham and Javon Hargrave. Then they're going to be stunting to the strong side here. So they're going to go one gap over. Reddick is going to go one step up. And then the idea here for Brandon and Javon is basically to take the guards and center and move them as much as possible over to that side. So the looping Reddick, who utilizes his speed, comes in there and gets free in the middle. That is a scheme sack here for the Eagles. Really good explosion from Javon Hargrave. And also look at Josh Sweat out here. One-on-one. That's no scheme or anything like that. He just beats his left tackle to the edge. This is a lovely play for the Eagles here. Stunting on the D-line here. Jordan Davis and that one technique is going to shoot one gap over. So it becomes looks like this here. Good explosion from Jordan. Fletcher Cox stands up the double team long enough for Jordan to be single blocked. Marcus Epps fills up the gap real nicely here and takes away the split zone blocker here in Chase Claypool, and everything just becomes a clusterfuck in there, mainly because of Fletcher Cox, Marcus Epps, and Jordan Davis. Really good rep there. All right, so next one here, we got 4-man front, but we're sending Devontae Maddox in blitz, so we still got this 5-man pressure. The idea behind this, Brandon Graham is going to take the attention away from the right tackle to begin with here. Then he's going to loop inside. Milton Williams' job is to take on the center as much as possible and kind of drive him into the right guard, so that creates a lane for Brandon Graham. Now, should the right tackle follow Brandon, you're going to have Devontae Maddox coming in free instead. So it's going to look a little something like this. Milton does exactly what he has to do of occupying the center and making sure he's in the way of the right guard, and then Brandon Graham comes in there and gets the sack on Kenny Pickett. On the other side, it's more a strict rush here with Marlon Tuipulotu and Robert Quinn. Robert tries to get the edge right there and gets kind of shut down, but that opens up the middle for Brandon Graham to get in there, or if not Brandon, then Devontae Maddox coming over there from the slot blitz. All right, here we got zone right for Steelers, and you can't do zone right against Jordan Davis. You can't expect the middle to get open if you're doing this. So here, the way they're lined up, they're going to have the double team on Fletcher Cox. He's going to take on that nicely here. And then you have a tight end on Reddick, so he has the outside contain while maintaining good leverage on the tight end here. Does not get pushed back. Jordan Davis in the middle is just obliterating the center out of his mind. And I mean, it's a zone. Look, zone block, and the center is 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage when Jordan disengages and makes the tackle. It's just unfair. Enter Robert Quinn here. Really good pass rush off of the edge. Gets a little rip in there of the left tackle and kind of utilizes the left tackle, leans into him while cutting on the edge here and bending in and getting the hit on Pickett. Really nice job this time by Fletcher Cox instead here. So what they're basically going to do here is they're going to loop around here. Trap block. So they want the guard to come around the tackle. Down block on Fletcher Cox, and then you have an opening with two lead blockers there. One the center releasing up for T.J. Edwards, and one releasing to the outside here. But Fletcher Cox makes so good contact here with the guard, and he shuts that entire gap down where you want the running back to come in and follow the lead blocker there on the trap pull. That basically just shuts the whole thing down here. Like the guard doesn't get anywhere near that play. And it's just shut down by Fletcher Cox. All right, so here we're showing 5, but we're only rushing 4. And Josh Sweat against the right tackle here. Swipe, bend, pull. That's another sack for Josh Sweat if Pickett doesn't get rid of this ball. And really, it's a poor pass because he has the pressure coming from that side. He knows it. This is airmail for nobody. The other side here with Javon Hargrave and Robert Quinn. What I love about it is that nobody here gives up. It's just constant pressure here. Javon Hargrave goes up as much as possible, tries to go inside there. Robert Quinn, he gets chipped by the running back there, tries to spin out of it as well. Fletcher Cox taking on the double team there, removing the attention from the other guys. All right, so here the Eagles failed to get any real pressure on Pickett. Why is that? We're coming out in a 5-man front here, 3 defensive tackles in the middle. We have Haason Reddick out there at the edge, 12-man personnel for the Steelers. And Patrick Johnson is going to be spying, or he's going to be primarily reading if anyone's coming out the backfield, because they've been doing a lot of this play action, then roll out a tight end or something like that. So they really respect that. It's good to see, because after the Cowboys game, they got burned a lot that way. So basically, you have 3 guys pass rushing: Milton Williams, Marlon Tuipulotu, and Jordan Davis. None of those guys really get pressure. You also have double teams pretty much all over the place here. Double team, double team, double team. Or single block on Marlon, but really an extra guy assisting in there to begin with. And then you have a chip block on Haason Reddick. So if this is begging not to get pressure, though. And so that's one of the plays where Pickett actually has time to throw the ball. And yeah, it's a result of the personnel and who to drop. Then we're back here. We got Josh Sweat and Haason Reddick out the field here. 4-man pressure. And Haason Reddick gets so close to the sack here. Look from the wide view, you see, get a little bit better idea here. Has to go outside of the tight end, bends off the edge. I mean, Pickett has to get rid of that ball at that time. It has to be quick pass after quick pass. Otherwise, these guys are going to get to him. Also, good move here by Milton Williams, crashing the pocket there out of the middle. I love this. It's the same thing. 5-man front here. Brenton Graham comes in at the defensive tackle. Fletcher Cox on the outside. And then you're looping Haason Reddick around here. And this time they have more focus on Haason Reddick. But that just means Brenton Graham gets open as he's coming out here. And he gets a hand on Kenny Pickett, where he has to step up in the pocket and can very well get the sack right there. Also, it's kind of lucky that they have the running back coming out here cheating out the backfield. He's supposed to, he is in release off the backfield mode. But chips Haason Reddick there to get him out of balance. Otherwise, that's also an option to get the sack there. 5-man front again, and again a 5-man pressure. This time we're going to have Haason Reddick cheat up there at the line to begin with. They're going to have a game here as well. Fletcher Cox is going to go outside. Haason Reddick is going to come in underneath of that, and that actually springs Fletcher Cox free, because the guard is going into the mindset of, right, I have to take on Haason Reddick as he's coming in. And then Fletcher is just doing a good job of splitting the 2 blocks right here, getting in there in the backfield immediately. 4-man pressure this time, and more than enough. Fletcher Cox, terrific move here in the guard. Swipe away his hands and then go to the outside. Running back has to come out there and assist on Fletcher. He still drives the pocket, so Kenneth has to get out of it. And then you have Quinn going inside there and collapsing the pocket from that side as well. Almost gets out of the pressure there from the tackle, but you could see Kenny Pickett is like he's in scramble mode as soon as there is any pressure, because they've just been after him all game. This is so close. I mean, you got to give credit to Kenny for not having a million sacks taken in this game here. Once again, Haason Reddick, Brenton Graham coming off the edges right here. Haason, good swipe, gets in there in the backfield, good bend there at the end. Brenton Graham, the same thing. Good engage here on the left tackle. Gets his hands on him, then utilizes more of a push-pull right here. Push-pull. And then Fletcher Cox collapses in the pocket as well. Next drive. Haason Reddick smothers the right tackle here. Boop, inside loop, swipe away the hands, and he's right there for the sack. On the other side of the line, Josh Sweat, I believe it is. It is indeed. Nice get off here. Swipe away the hands of the left tackle. Bend underneath it, get in there on the hit on Pickett as well. And the very next play here. Tick game for the right side of the line here. Javon Hargrave is going to go outside of the guard. Josh Sweat is going to come inside. And Javon just works through that double team like a motherfucker. Leans into the left tackle here as he's swiping away the hands of the guard. So he's in there for the sack. Josh Sweat coming on that inside loop after him. Also gets the pressure up the middle on the center. Boom. Good contact with him. Drive him backwards. So that collapses the pocket, forces Kenny to move out the pocket, and that's when Javon Hargrave comes in and finishes the sack. At this point, Haason Reddick is just making it look too damn easy of getting the edge here on the right tackle of the Steelers. Push-pull. And if that isn't a quick pass, that's another sack for Haason Reddick. Super smooth in there. That's just something. I mean, his push-pull is unmatched. Another beautiful rep by Javon Hargrave. Lined up right here in that 2-eye technique. Initiate contact, push-pull, get to the outside there. A little bit easier to see in the wide view maybe. Coming out there. Right there in the face of Kenneth as he throws it. Nice loop inside here from Haason Reddick. Fletcher Cox doing a good job of taking out the center there to begin with. And then Haason is looping all the way in here. And again, if it isn't a quick pass, there's tons of pressure. And taking a look at Robert Quinn out here to the right side in his first game. Tries to swipe away the hands here. Misses, but the transitions well into a bull rush afterwards. Like I said in the introduction video there of Robert Quinn, it doesn't matter if you fail your rep. That's going to happen a lot. What we like to see on tape is whether or not you can continue with another move or counter move or something like that. Near the goal line here, take a look at Javon Hargrave. This like 5-man front, so it's a single block you're going to have there on the left guard. Whoop, swipe him away immediately. Again, he has no time. The ball has to come out like this. This is a terrible game to be a rookie in because there's so much pressure. And the very next play right here, look at Javon Hargrave again. Again, here against the left guard. Whoop, swipe inside, lean into the center, get a hit on Mr. Pickett. Nicely done by Milton Williams, working against the double team here, or indirect double team. First the right guard there, then take on the center after, keep pushing him backwards despite having your momentum taken away, and then get the pass deflection there. Ball up for grabs. Could as well have been intercepted. Josh Sweat here taking on both Josh Sweat and Robert Quinn are taking on chip blocks from both tight end and running back. So they're doing everything they can at this point to stall the pass rush. And the next play, so damn near. Look, Robert Quinn on one side, Josh Sweat on the other. One rip, bend, and he's right in there for the hit. On the other side, Robert Quinn. Welcome to the Philadelphia Eagles as well. Snap, get off. One arm extension. Lean off the edge. And get in on the leg of Kenneth. In the run game, Javon Hargrave smothering this zone block here from the left tackle. Takes him all the way inside and crashes the line. Haason Reddick off the right end. Push pull. Easy. Get the hit on Pickett. Make him scramble out the pocket. Not Robert Quinn. Javon Hargrave. Against who? The left tackle. Nice rip underneath. Comes in and finish off the sack. Nice bull rush from Quinn off of the left side here. Now it doesn't create any direct pressure on Kenny Pickett, but it really it shatters the pocket from that side, so Kenny has to step up, and then you're kind of wanting someone else in here in the middle to be able to clean that up as it's coming in. But first, he tries to go for the edge here. Has to counter move ready with a one-arm stab, and then lean into him and drive it in there. The next play, Josh Sweat coming off the edge of the left side here. First, really good bull rush, then the counter move here to go inside, get the hit on Kenny Pickett, and timely blitz here. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson coming off there. He looks like he's going to be man-man on the tight end or wing. He's going to come in here. Otherwise, we have 4-man pressure, slide left, and it's just a free rush there for Chauncey Gardner. Takes a good angle to get down Kenny. And Josh Sweat, again, off the left side here. Swipe away the hands, lean underneath it. He's there to pick it up if Chauncey couldn't finish the sack. All right, so now 4-man front. This time they're going to have a slide to the right side. So they got the double team on Fletcher Cox and then a tight end to help out on Haason Reddick. That means the other side needs to win, where we have Brenton Graham and Javon Hargrave. Both of those guys do that. Brenton Graham, really good bull rush here into Kenny Pickett. So he needs to get rid of that ball within 1.5 seconds. Otherwise, he's going to get sacked yet again here. So even though this is as quick game as it gets, they still get offensive lineman hitting Pickett. So how about that? I mean, how can you not love this defensive front and what they did in this game? That was phenomenal. That was absolutely phenomenal. And you could really see that they adjusted to this play action rollout where the tight end gets out the backfield after the play action, because they're designating one of their stand-up rushers or a linebacker much more to a tight end side or to a running back side when they're running these play actions here, not biting on the cheese, but actually going for the guy there. Then the thing becomes teams exploiting that and running more read zone, where you may be missing a guy out there on the outside because you have a designated guy to take on the tight end as he's coming out. But that remains to another game. I don't have any doubt that I don't have any faith in the Texans of exploiting that, but we'll see.